Hello, I'm Lowell Martin, and this is MCC Today. You know you want to watch. On today's show, we have Brandi, Pickett, Gloria Adams, and Josh Taylor. You are going to learn so much, your head will be so full it might explode. Watch out.
Not essential. Never let anyone tell you that again. Never doubt your abilities to make a difference. How do I know this about you? Because I'm a teacher. I am the one who will push you harder and farther than you could have ever imagined. Teach you things that you never thought possible. And if you will give me 100%, then I will stand shoulder to shoulder with you, and together we will change your future. MCC, find your wings.
Okay, and we are here with the wonderful Miss Brandi Pickett. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
In your MCC green.
Thanks for having me today.
Yeah, now you are the coordinator and instructor for the wellness and fitness area. Okay. What does that mean, and what do you do?
Well, we are the Science, Wellness, and Fitness Division.
Right.
And so I'm just the coordinator for the wellness and fitness area of that division. So I schedule the classes, I teach. That's what I do the most, is teaching, and just handle the day-to-day operations of our academic side.
Now you've been doing this a number of years, right?
I'm about to start my 9th year.
9th year here?
Yes.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there are some new things on the horizon coming up, I believe, aren't there?
Yes. So we are right now. Because of COVID, I guess you can say something positive came out of this. We received some equipment to be able to record instructors actually teaching activity classes or exercises. So they don't have to actually sign up for a academic class. They can, the community or students can come in once we get a schedule set, and they can come in and just work out in the dance studio, and we'll just play one of those pre-recorded videos for them to work out.
And they can just follow along?
Yep, they can.
Okay, that sounds neat.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
now when are you hoping this will be up and running for the fall?
Yes, probably around the 1st of September. So that'll give us enough time to figure out what academic classes are going to make, and then we'll set the calendar for the workout classes, and just kind of set a calendar for that so people will know when those classes will be taught. And then we'll have a sign up kind of like that they do now in the fitness center. People can go to a link and they can sign up for, we can have, let's say, 20 people at a time in the class, and you can just get one of those spots.
There, that's wonderful.
Yeah, that's
now,
awesome.
okay, most of the classes that you teach, or many of the wellness classes, are considered 1-hour classes, right?
The activity classes.
The activity classes
yes,
are
the
considered
workout
1 hour.
classes, yes.
What are some examples of some of those workout classes that we offer?
Oh, we have some great ones. So we have water aerobics that is taught in the mornings, every morning, Monday through Thursday, and then in the afternoons, on Tuesday and Thursday, we have afternoon class, 4:30 and 5:30. We also have a swimming class for anybody who can't swim at all, to those who are advanced swimmers. We have a great instructor for that. And so, I encourage people to take that class. You can take it for a credit, and it's a 1-hour credit. And so that's on Mondays from 1 to 2 o'clock. Monday and Wednesdays from 1 to 2. So that's a great opportunity. And those are in the pool. And then we have classes in the dance studio that or like yoga classes that are very popular. We have what are called kickboxing classes. We have our body sculpting class. We also have TRX bands where if you know anything about TRX, they're kind of like resistance bands.
Well, you can just look at me and tell that I am.
So you use your body weight for those.
Okay.
So we do have those, and so we have some interesting things, and especially some great instructors that teach the classes, and some great instructors that are recording for us. So I encourage everybody to sign up for those classes. Now anybody can sign up who is admitted into the college. Even we have faculty and staff that sign up for those classes. We have faculty and staff workout class. That's an online class as well that we offer, and you might have taken that before,
Yes,
and you
yes.
kind of log your time that you work out. And we've actually extended that to students last year because of COVID. We felt that it was time to have our students do the same thing. So they take an online workout class, and they will, the instructor monitors that, and they have to submit what exercises they've done and their, like how they recorded that, maybe a watch, or, you know, they're keeping up with the their mileage or whatever on their watch, things like that. So
Now I know we've made these changes because of COVID and allowing the students to, you know, do a workout online, but will those continue?
yes,
Do
so
we plan to
gonna
continue that? Okay.
Yes, we are going to continue that just because of the flexibility of the classes as well. Not a lot of people can come and take a class in the dance studio, let's say for an hour, 2 days a week, but they can do something at home, like they
Sure.
can go to their local gym, or they can do something at home and just walk at home or do their exercise at home. And, you know, that's a great opportunity to be more flexible, and then them also get their exercise in, because it, you know, of course helps with stress.
Yes.
And so that's a great opportunity just to, you know, have them able to do that outside of campus.
Well, that was going to go into my next question when you were talking about stress, but why should a student sign up for one of these classes?
Well, as you know, it's recommended you get exercise 3 to 5 times a week.
Yes.
And that's to get your heart rate up. So that's
Yes.
not just walking really, really slow.
But all of our
getting that
students
heart rate.
exercise regularly. All of our faculty do too.
Yes, yes. Well, we have seen a decline in numbers, you know, in our activity classes. So, you know, I would like to see that go up. And that's another reason why we are offering the online class, is because we're hoping that'll reach more of our students. They will become more active, because it does help with stress, and it does
It
help,
really does,
especially
yes.
like anxiety, test anxiety,
Oh, yes.
things like that. So, you know, I take a yoga class every semester because I need it for myself. So I do take that time off of my door schedule.
Do you ever notice, you know, when you get used to exercising and you get used to that time that is your pressure release or whatever, when you don't have it, oh my goodness.
Yeah,
It seems to build faster with me. I don't know. I've got to have, like, I'm into walking, you know, now. But if I don't have that, that's my de-stress time. That's my time, because I do it in the mornings. That's my time to get ready for everything. That's my time. And I know that it brings my heart rate down. I know that it's making me feel better. When I wake up and it's raining,
oh yeah.
oh my goodness, I do curse the dark.
Yeah, it makes that day sometimes even worse than what it would have been.
Well, if
you
a
had that
student,
extra.
because a lot of times, you know, they'll have their, you know, regular classes, but they'll have gaps in there, you know, and so we offer so many classes. I know they could find something just to fill that gap, and it is 1 credit hour, but it is so beneficial to you mentally and physically.
Yes, and it does help. You know, it'll help with GPA. You just come and you do your exercise 2 hours a week, and that, I mean, it helps you. It helps your GPA. It can help you also get to that 15 hours that a lot of full-time students might need. They might need that extra hour to do that. So that's a great opportunity to take that activity class for that as well. So that's all around the best option for, I think.
Sure, I agree with you.
Sometimes it is hard to find that if you're scheduling that class on your own through, you know, making your own schedule. So I do recommend going to an advisor in Ivy and asking them, you know, I would like to sign up for an activity class to go work out. Can you help me? And they can definitely help.
And you can get to the advisors just by going to EagleNet or going to our website, and it will say advisors there, and you can click on that and send a message, or, you know, send your information, and they will get back to you.
Yeah, definitely. So, you know, and call me too. I'm gonna
And what is
give
your
a number.
number?
So this is the number to the fitness center. We have someone that's there all the time answering phones. So if you can't, I'm going to give you that number so that you can call and they can get you to me, or they can help answer questions. But that's 601-484-8763. And that's the Damon Fitness Center front desk phone number.
And then hopefully they will also, we'll have information on what classes are offered. The advisors would know that.
Yes.
And they can access that information through our website as well.
Yes, exactly. And I do have like a list of times and things like that, but advisors also have that they can help with.
Okay.
And my email is pickett2@meridiancc.edu.
Well, listen, I want to thank you for being here today.
I did want to mention
Oh,
some of
pardon
our,
me.
I'm
Pardon
sorry,
me.
our actual lecture classes that we
Yes.
teach. So those are 3-hour classes. Those are the main ones that I teach, and my colleague, Dr. Lewis, teaches. And so we teach the health. She teaches the health classes mainly, our health concepts and personal and community health. And I teach first aid CPR, intro to kinesiology, physical education in elementary school, foundations of leisure and recreation. Those are our main courses right now that we have.
Okay.
We have a lot of others, but those
Yes.
are the main ones that we fill up.
And all of these will transfer. All of
Yes.
these are, part of general ed that we
Yes,
have,
they
and
are.
part of our many of our degree programs.
Yes, and some electives, these would count as electives for some degree programs. And if you're going into any type of kinesiology or physical education, they would count towards your degree. So they would count, of course, towards graduation. But and then we also have athletic training classes. Our athletic trainer here on campus, Chris Harrelson, teaches injury and prevention for athletes, and also athletic training terminology.
Okay.
So he teaches those.
Oh my gosh, you're in charge of a lot of stuff there, aren't you?
So the first aid CPR, they actually get certification in the class. It's American Heart Association certification that comes along with the class. As long as they meet all the requirements and attend and do the hands-on part, they can get certified. So that's all included. So
And
that's
that
a
would be
bonus
good-
too.
That definitely.
Yeah.
Listen, thank you for being here
Thank you
today.
so much for having me.
And I want to have you on again, and
Sure.
we will continue our conversation.
Sounds great. Thank y'all.
We'll be right back.
Meridian Community College. For more than 75 years, we've helped students soar. Establishing the first tuition guarantee program in Mississippi, we put our students first, while creating pathways into the workforce and offering a seamless transition to a 4-year degree. Now is the time to find your purpose and register today, because those who move forward never get left behind. MCC, find your wings.
And we are here with the wonderful Miss Gloria Adams. Now, you are the program coordinator and instructor for the medical assisting program,
Yes,
right?
sir. Medical assisting technology.
Medical assisting technology. Now, from what you were saying earlier, that seems to be a pretty booming area.
Yes, sir. According to the U.S. Department of Labor Statistics, this is going to be one of the highest growing fields in the next few years. Medical assistants are multi-skilled. They do
Okay.
both clinical and administrative duties. So that physician is going to probably look at it as, well, I can hire 2 people, one to do administrative, one to do clinical, or I can hire 1 medical assistant that can do both.
So the job possibilities when they finish your program are just pretty wide open.
Oh, yes, they're very good.
And you say it's a 2-year program.
Yes, sir. It's a 2-year AAS, Associate
Okay.
of Applied Science degree. They are with me for 1 year.
Okay.
They have some prereqs, which is A&P 1 and 2 with lab and computer. Now there is some gen ed classes.
Just the basic computer class?
Yes, sir.
Or, okay.
Just basics. There's some gen ed classes throughout the curriculum, English comp, public speaking,
But that's
things like
included
that.
in the curriculum as they're
is.
going through the, okay.
It is, but if they want to, they can get the majority of those gen ed classes out of the way before they ever start my program. And that gives them a better opportunity to get in.
Okay.
Because everything is blind admission.
Sure.
So if they have those classes and they have those good grades in those classes, they get moved to the top of the spreadsheet.
So they have to make at least a C in those classes,
Yes, sir.
but the higher the grade, the better the opportunity
Exactly.
for them to get in. How many students do you accept each? Is it you just accept in the fall?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. I accept 15 students every fall.
Okay.
So they're with me from August to August.
Okay. So they actually have to do some stuff in the summer as well.
Yes, sir. They are actually, my students are in clinic right now. After they get through with all of the theory in the classroom, then I place them in a clinic where they do their skills for 192 hours at least. So basically that's about 24 8-hour days.
Okay.
But they're in a clinic, they're using their skills, they're being observed by preceptors and doctors, and they're being critiqued, and they're getting that real world knowledge, patient care. And after that, then when they successfully complete the program, they get to sit for national boards. If they pass that, they receive a credential, which is good in any state.
So they can take this AAS degree anywhere and get a good job.
Anywhere.
Now, you brought some very interesting items here.
I brought some toys.
So these are some of the things that they learn.
Right. This is just basic vital signs, temperature, blood pressure. I just wanted to bring something so I could show everyone, we do have plenty of instructional aids in the classroom. I have the little fake arms that have like the red Kool-Aid in them.
Yes, yes.
We do those to draw blood, and then we have an intramuscular simulator, which is basically, it looks kind of like a fake booty. It's like a silicone, and they actually give injections into it.
Okay.
So it's pretty cool.
How many times do they, how long do they have to work on this, the fake stuff before you allow them to go to?
It's going to be on an individual basis.
Okay.
But I typically tell them you're going to do it at least 1,000 times.
Okay.
Before you ever stick a real person.
Sure.
Yeah. At a minimum.
Sure. Okay. Now, with this program, now this would be considered, these people would be considered essential, right?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so, this is, which I think we notice things like that more now since COVID.
Yes, sir.
But how did COVID change the way you present material, or has it changed the way you teach your classes?
Last year it did change pretty dramatically. There for a while we were strictly online, but then when we did come back, we had to hit all of the psychomotor, the hands-on stuff. And they did real well. That group of students, they adapted well, and they did get through it, and they all graduated. This year hasn't been quite so bad, with enrollment being down a little. I didn't have quite as many students get in the program, so it was more, we could, the 6-foot distance and all, we could still meet regular class hours.
Okay.
So this year it didn't really affect us too bad.
Is there anything that you're going to kind of, and I noticed this in others, in my classes and when I talk to others, said we did this because of COVID, but we're going to keep doing it because it works. Did you notice anything with that? Is there anything that you think, okay, I think we might keep this? Yeah,
some courses did work well with that, but like the psychomotor, like the hands-on, that has to be done. It just, you can't do that online.
Right.
But some of my administrative classes, yes, sir, I've actually enjoyed teaching those online.
Now the students, when they finish here, they have an AAS degree. Can they go further with their education if they want to?
Sure they can. They can go right across the road to MSU and get a bachelor's in the health sciences.
And will that open a lot more doors for them?
Oh, definitely. Yes, sir.
So most of the time when students finish, and I know you have a very good pass rate with this program, do you know the percentages of how many people are able to get work?
Let's see, last year's graduating class, the ones graduated last August, they're at 100% right now.
Wow.
Well, 9 of them are actually working, and 1 has gotten back into, I think, the RN program, the ADN program.
Okay.
So that would still be a positive placement since she's further in her career.
Okay. So and it's not just in this area. You can go, as you said, once they get their credentials, they can go anywhere in the 50 states.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have
Oh,
some
my
in
goodness.
Atlanta right now, and I have one that is pursuing going to Louisiana. And
Wow.
then I actually have a graduate from a couple of years ago who is actually starting travel nursing, or travel MA-ing, the 1st of July.
Do you have a type of student that seems to be attracted to this program, or are they all typically younger? Are they all returning? Or is it just a hodgepodge of everything?
It is a hodgepodge, male, female, young, old. I have them all.
It does, yeah.
And
Just And sometimes it is a good stepping stone if you do want to go into other things like RN,
Right, exactly.
LPN, stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
And you go through these. What else do you do? Like you're doing with the blood pressure. You're doing with they're able to give injections. Now you said they do a lot of administrative stuff too.
Right,
What
right.
kind of administrative stuff?
Working a patient, getting a patient whenever they come into the clinic, getting them registered, like getting their chart filled out, coding, billing, correspondence, scheduling, just answering the phone and scheduling a patient, any of that stuff. Basically, whatever they do at the front desk.
Okay.
And then back into the assisting the physician with minor office surgery. I teach them to do EKGs, PFTs, basic laboratory tests like a glucose test. We do mono strep. We,
COVID testing.
Well, actually, I don't teach them to do that. That may be something that they implement in the future as a competency, being,
Sure.
the times we live in now. But those tests are so hard to get right now, and they're going to the facilities. So I did not incorporate that.
Well, if you have a student, if there's a person who's interested in your program, who do they need to contact to get more information?
Okay, they can contact me, Gloria Adams, at gadams2@meridiancc.edu. My phone is 601-581-3571, or they can call Anna Hall or email Anna. She is the health education advisor. Her email is ahall4@meridiancc.edu.
Thank you so much for being with us
Thank
today.
you for having me, Lowell. I appreciate it.
We'll be right back.
Since 1996, the MCC Foundation Tuition Guarantee Program has provided students an opportunity to find their potential. Thousands of students have benefited from the program. Over $6 million have been invested in the students who learn and live right here in our community. This program is funded by individuals and businesses who believe in our students, our families, and the economic impact of an education at Meridian Community College. Now is your chance to offer support. Give today at meridiancc.edu/give.
And we have the wonderful Mr. Josh Taylor. How are you doing today?
I'm good, Lowell. How are you?
I'm doing well. Now, you are the division chair for the business division.
That's correct.
But you are also, head honcho for the media production.
Yeah, that's right. Most of my days spent as the coordinator instructor for media production technology, which is one of our 2-year programs here on campus, associate degree program. And then also business division, which is a bunch of programs.
Yes, it is.
We're an interesting division because we've got media production, we've got graphic design, they kind of fit together, but you've also got marketing, which fits in there, but then we've also got culinary arts, we've got cosmetology, we've got early childhood education. So the business division is interesting. We've got a lot of varied programs in there.
You really do. Now, with your with the media production, that's radio, television.
Well, it used to be.
Okay, what is it now?
So when that program was formed, that's what it was. It was focused on radio and television production. And so a lot of our graduates, they come in, they're with us for 2 years. They would go on to work at TV stations, radio stations, production houses, all kind of stuff. So what's shifted in the last, 5 or 10 years, probably 5 years, is we do a lot more now with live streaming, with podcasting, with just because the media landscape's changed so much that our focus has changed a little bit. So the industry itself is interesting because it's not, like I said, traditionally our students would graduate, go work at a TV station. Well, now they graduate and they may get hired by a hospital or a school district or whatever, because everybody needs somebody now with media skills.
Sure.
Every organization out there has social media that they push their message out on. They do a lot of, especially bigger companies, do a lot of in-house media production. Even here on campus, we do a lot of just in-house stuff that's used on campus that never leaves, never gets broadcast anywhere. But we need our own media people to do that. So that's what my students are finding recently is it's a lot more varied than it used to be, say, 10 years ago.
Now, to get into your program, what are the prereqs? What do they have to do?
We've got some basic entry requirements. There's I believe it's, and you get, I always tell people it's like an or kind of thing. So it's, if you don't have this, there's other ways. First, we usually look at ACT score. I think it's a 17 is what we would like for people to have.
Okay.
We've got some flexibility on that. If they don't have that, they can take the acuplacer here on campus, which is just I don't know, how long does the acuplacer take? Maybe 30 minutes, an hour to sit
30
and take
minutes
it.
or now, yeah.
They can come in and take the acuplacer, and I don't know those scores off the top of my head, but they're in the catalog. If they don't hit the scores they need to on that, then they can also, if you take 15 hours of credit of anything, of
Okay.
comp, speech, whatever, and you have a C average or better, then we can get you in that way.
Okay.
And the last on that list is instructor's discretion.
Okay.
Which honestly what that means is if you want to be in this program, come talk to me. My office is in the ground floor of the Todd building, which is a library building kind of right in the center of campus. Come talk to me.
We'll be relocating to in
That's right.
2087.
You guys will be upstairs with us. I've got some leeway. I mean, if I talk to a student and this is what they want to do, we're going to find a way to get them in the program.
How many new students do you accept every fall? Do you only accept in the fall?
No, we accept fall and spring. And
Okay.
it kind of depends on enrollment. If we get to the spring and we're full, then we don't. But usually we have some open spots that we'll take some people in the spring as well. We would prefer to have a new group come in the fall just because it's easier with the sequencing and everything. We usually take 15 students per year.
Okay.
And that's, like I said, that's a little flexible. We can go to 16 if we need to, but really that's based on equipment. We can only seat so many people at a time. But 15 is usually about our cap. So that's the great too for the students. The whole
Right.
program is never more than 30 students.
Right.
So it's not like you're sitting in this room of 100 people. You know,
That's
they
right.
get a lot of individual attention.
It's one of the things I miss in the summers is the
Yeah.
students aren't here because usually they're the ones manning the cameras
Yeah.
and they're the ones behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And we don't have them during the summer. It's unfortunate.
quiet
'cause
down here.
It's very, very quiet down here.
And that's one of the strengths of our program is we do a lot of hands-on. It's very little
Yes.
lecture and test kind of stuff. We do this. We do media most days. So for all your loyal viewers out there, if y'all are watching Lowell, most days, like he said, there's a group of my students behind the cameras. There's a group of my students in the control
We'll
room
have a
actually
student
producing
producer.
this.
Yeah, we'll have a student producer. We'll have someone working.
Yeah.
It's
It's weird right now.
Yes.
They're not around as much in the summer. They
No.
kind of, I see them kind of come and go a little bit, but they're not around as much, and it's really quiet down here. It's a little odd.
Now, what is the employment? Are your employment statistics pretty good when they finish this program? Are they? How many
Do they get
a lot
jobs?
of a lot of jobs waiting for them? As you said, there are a lot of companies looking for media people.
Yes, but you do have to chase it a little bit. You have to be able to go after it.
Okay.
So what I mean by that is, in a community like Meridian, there's only going to be so many jobs in traditional broadcast roles, television, radio stations. They do come up. I got a call just the other day from a local station that said we need a production assistant, and that's kind of the entry level. Obviously, if you go to a bigger market, somewhere like New Orleans or Memphis or Atlanta, there's going to be exponentially more media jobs.
Sure.
But then also, I've found a lot of our graduates will end up as freelancers. So they graduate us, and I think they like that. They kind of get into it because they don't want the 9-to-5 working for the man kind of thing. So they end up doing freelance. I've got a graduate from, he was here 2 years ago. He graduated, and he lived up around Louisville. And so that's what he does now. He does freelance media work in that Philadelphia, Louisville area. So he does a lot of weddings. He does a lot of corporate videos for companies that need like training
He makes
videos.
a living at it.
Yeah, does well at it.
Okay. Good.
So we have a lot that we do. Like, as I said, 10 years ago, we would have been sending them all to TV and radio stations.
Sure.
Now we send some there, but then we send a lot go freelance. A lot end up, especially larger organizations like a medical center or a school district or anywhere like that is going to have, or like the city governmental bodies like City Meridian, they would hire media people as well. So. We have good employment numbers, but this is an industry where you have to chase a little bit. You got to be willing to get scrappy, and you're not going to be Oprah on day one, right?
Right.
They're not going to hire you and say,
Right.
"Here's your
You're not going to be like me.
$80,000 a year in the Lamborghini."
There you go.
You're not going to be making Lowell money
So
right out the
I'm
gate.
still waiting for my 80 and the Lamborghini.
But it is a fun industry, and it's not. You're not sitting behind a desk all day. I mean, our guys are kind of doing something different every day, and you get to experience a little bit of a lot of other people's worlds.
Sure.
So it's fun, and you stay in it long enough, you do start
do
making
pretty
some money.
well. Listen, thank you for being with us
Yeah,
today,
sure.
and I want to have you on again talking about some of the other businesses in your division.
Yeah.
Because you have many and
We have a
varied.
bunch. So can I say one thing?
Yes.
So we do have open enrollment right now for the fall semester.
Okay.
So if anybody's interested, we do have, I'm not sure how filled we are right now, but I know we do have spots available.
Okay.
But you need to come in quickly.
Okay.
So the best thing, you can contact me, or you can just come into Ivy Building and find the counselor's office. Deborah Nettles is our counselor. She can get you hooked up.
Okay. Listen, thank you very much
Yeah.
for being here. We'll be right back.
With so much uncertainty in our world, we are thankful for the heart and determination of those who have followed their calling in healthcare. They work tirelessly on the front lines every day to make a true difference in our community. At Meridian Community College, we take pride in training these heroes and are grateful for their service in this time of great need. These Eagles found their wings at Meridian Community College.
On behalf of executive producer Matt Milner and our media consultant Josh Taylor, thank you for watching. Hope you learned a little bit, and we'll see you next week.